Hi guys and welcome to Premier League Prediction Week 18. It's the Boxing Day fixtures. Sorry I'm late. I did say that I was going to do the video on Wednesday, but something popped up and I'm having to rush around things. This is going to be another rush video, so let's waste no more time and let's get straight to it. We have the lunchtime kickoff, which is Stoke versus Man U. Stoke, who's been on quite a good form lately. Man U not on so much of a good form. Obviously they've quite recently been knocked out of the Champions League and lost to Norwich last week as well. Some really dreadful results at the moment for Man U, and I think it's going to be one of them not very exciting games, but a good result for Stoke, but not so good result for Man U. So because I'm going to go Stoke on Man U 1. I think also as well Van Gaal's been told that he's got 2 games left, and that's Stoke and Chelsea. So with them kind of fixtures, you probably think it's goodbye Louis Van Gaal, but you never know in football. Speaking of Chelsea, we do have the Chelsea versus Watford game next time. Obviously, we saw how Chelsea performed last week. Why Jose Mourinho wasn't there, I don't know how to look at it, to be honest. I mean, some people are saying it's disgusting the way he treated Jose, stuff like that. And then, but then I look at myself, or should I say, he should look at himself, should I say, and say, did you bring it on yourself? To be honest, having that argument with the doctor. At Swansea, because I think that's where it all started, with the doctor incident and other things that he's been doing. He's been forwarding out of these players. So did he bring it on himself, or was it terrible? I mean, you make it up for yourself, guys. I don't know. But considering the way they played last week against Sunderland, and they did look quite class last week. Okay, we can argue it was Sunderland, and Everton smacked them 6-2, and Arsenal beat them 3-1 as well. But they did look like the Chelsea that we know. Last week. So I think that Chelsea are going to win quite comfortably again this weekend, and I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Watford 0. Then we have Manchester City versus Sunderland, and I'm going to speak about the Monday night game, which is Arsenal versus Man City. I thought it was a 50-50 game, to tell you the truth. I thought Manchester City started off superbly. I thought, oh my god, we're in for a long match here, because they were absolutely battering us in possession, and they looked like they were going to score any time soon. If De Bruyne had to put that chance away, it's a completely different game. But it was 2 world-class goals from Walker and Giroud, and then let's not forget the class goal from Yaya Toure as well, which also got us panicking for like the last 15 minutes if you're an Arsenal fan. Great for the neutrals' point of view. So because of that result, they're now about 4 or 5 points behind us. Manchester City, I think it's 4 or 5. They need to bounce back now. To be honest, they can't be like thinking a couple of games and we'll get back to our form. And that they need to bounce back now. To be honest, can't let any team fly away at the moment. So I'm going to go Man City 3, Sunderland 0. I think now again, no disrespect to Sunderland, but Manchester City can't afford to be mucking about at the moment, especially teams down the bottom. So I think they need to win this quite comfortably. I'm going to go for that. Then we have Liverpool versus Leicester. Obviously, Leicester have been on great form at the moment, beating Swansea and beating Chelsea. Liverpool dreadful last week against Watford. I didn't watch the game, but I've seen the goals. Some of the howlers are absolutely dreadful. And again, I think it's going to be them games that it doesn't really spark us to life. It doesn't really entertain us. So I'm going to go Liverpool 1, Leicester 1. Then we have Aston Villa versus West Ham, and I for one thought that Aston Villa, once Ayew scored that pulled that goal back, I for one thought they looked like they were the better team. They showed fighting spirit, and I think that Aston Villa, I still think in a way that Aston Villa could get themselves out of trouble if they do a bit of spending in January, and that the fight is there. I do think the fight is there, so maybe they can get themselves out of trouble. I'm not too sure at the moment. We'll see how results go. I mean, I've got Villa fans telling me it's all over and done with now, but we've all seen the Great Escape, so I never say it's over till it's over. And again, we know what West Ham can be like, but I think they've started to drop points a little bit at the moment. And because it's a home game, I'm going to go for a shock win for Aston Villa. I'm going to go Villa 2. West Ham 1. I think Villa can win this weekend. Villa fans out there. Then we have Swansea versus West Brom. Again, we spoke about Swansea this year. I for one tipped them to be in Europe for next season. I thought they'd get a Europe space. They're absolutely dreadful at the moment. They're not the Swansea that we've come to know before. And I think West Brom are going to win this one, even though they're away from home. I'm going to go Swansea 0, West Brom 2. I just think that West Brom are playing a slightly better football. I'm not too sure if they're above Swansea in the table. But obviously West Brom's beating the likes of Arsenal this year. So, then we have Bournemouth versus Palace. And again, I'm going to go 1-1 for that game. I think that Palace will be quite defensively. We all know that Bournemouth like to attack, but I think Palace know how to control their defence, and they know how to slow a tempo down. So I'm going to go 1-1. Then we have Tottenham versus Norwich, and again, no disrespect to Norwich, and even though Norwich did beat Manchester United at Old Trafford last week, and the confidence is going to be really high, I think it's going to be quite an easy win for Tottenham. I'm going to go Tottenham 3, Norwich 1. Then we have the 5:30 kickoff, and we have Newcastle versus Everton, and I think Everton, again, they need to start getting some wins together again now. And I'm gonna go for quite a comfortable win. I'm gonna go Newcastle 1, Everton 3, and then we have the last one, which is 7:45, Southampton versus Arsenal. And again, Arsenal will be brimming with confidence, and again can't afford to muck about, can't afford to let Leicester get away. So Southampton again have not been the team that they were last year, and I think Arsenal should be and will win this one. I'm going to go for another 2-1. I'm going to go Southampton 1. Arsenal 2. So that has been my predictions for this Boxing Day fixtures, guys. Sorry again, it's very rushed, very busy at the moment. Just about out of time to get it in, actually. I'll be back on Sunday to do the Monday fixtures. A lot of games on at the moment to fit everything in. So that has been my predictions for this week, guys. And I also want to ask one question, mainly towards Arsenal fans, but any other fans out there as well, because it does involve Leicester as well. A lot of the questions that I've been asked is this the best chance for Arsenal to win the Barclays Premier League this year? With teams like Manchester City and Manchester United, Chelsea dropping off, is this the best chance that Arsenal will get? And will Arsenal win the Barclays Premier League this year? And the second question is, if Arsenal don't win the Barclays Premier League this year, can Leicester win it? Can Leicester shock the whole world? And can Leicester win the Barclays Premier League, or can they shock the world even still and get into the top 4? So those are the 2 questions, guys, and I want to see the comments in the comment section below. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you Sunday.